Good Thursday morning, everybody. Beautiful Thursday morning here in Central Florida. Starting the day off at 59 beautiful degrees, and we're going to have another great day. Yes, indeed. I got a message from my niece the other day, and it reminded me that I hadn't called my stepmom in forever. So I gave her a holler, and we touched base, and I shared some pictures of the kids that are growing too fast. And don't let life get so far ahead of you that you leave out the most important people in your life. Guilty and changing. At least I'm trying. So I got a handful of other people I'm trying to catch up with before Thanksgiving. And what's a few minutes of your time to check to make sure everyone's okay? There's some people I communicate with over text versus more than phone calls, but there's something nice about that phone call. And then there are some folks I keep up with on Facebook, and I've not been on Facebook a whole lot, and I think that's why my niece reached out. She's like, "Hey, you live?" and I just try to stay away from the drama because it's not even fitting for your mama. Anywho, changes come and changes go. People come and people go. If you have a opportunity to control the change, by all means, do it. If you have the opportunity to influence it, use your influence to influence it. But if you can't control the change, you got to roll with it. Sometimes that means you're just falling into the norms of corporate environment, and sometimes that means it's time to move on. But you got to make that decision. I found that when things get to where it feels like a door is closing, you just need to open your eyes to see where the door is opening and have the courage to walk through the door. I mean, all the decision is yours, but if you don't take risks, you have a pre-born life, and you may miss out on a lot. And I'm not saying take risks that are going to cost you or somebody their life. I'm saying take a healthy gamble every now and then on which direction your life is going. And if an opportunity comes up, at least consider it. I've had people reach out to me. I've been with the company I'm with now for about 18 years, just about. And I've had people reach out to me and say, "Hey, are you interested in a change?" And 9 times out of 10, I'm not at all. I really enjoy what I do and where I'm at, and I don't see the need for a change. But I never completely dismiss them because you never know when somebody just might be willing to improve your life while they're improving theirs. There's a lot of companies out there that need people like you and people like me. And the better you're at communicating and dealing with conflict, the better opportunities you're probably going to get. The situation where the young man damaged my bumper, the comment I kept getting was, "Thank you for being so nice about it, so decent about it." Listen, we were going to come to an outcome one way or the other. There's no need to be upset or crass or mean in any way. People make mistakes. I do. You do, whether you want to admit it or not. We all make mistakes. And when I was a younger fella, I drove like younger fellas did, and I made some stupid decisions, and I, got in a couple accidents, and one or two involving other people, and a lot of them weren't very nice. But, sometimes you just got to take it. You earned it, you know. But if you want to come to an easier resolution, be nice. You can be firm. You can be demanding without being nasty. You know. You can insist upon things without being a jerk. There goes my ignorance coming up with jerk because I couldn't think of anything else at the time. But if you listen to the nice guys finish last, it's going to discourage you from being nice sometimes. But look at it like this. If I'm nice and you do me wrong, it's no skin off my nose. You're going to pay in the end. If I'm nasty and I do you wrong, I'm going to pay. In the end, it's going to come back to haunt me. So be nice. We were in the nursery at school about a month ago, and my youngest was not behaving appropriately, and I raised my voice and I laid down the law, and every child in that thing had fear in their eyes. And I felt bad because I was correcting my child. I wasn't trying to scare all the children. And I'm not a scary guy. I know I'm not. But to little children, when you raise your voice loud, and I wasn't yelling, I was just, hey, pay attention, fix yourself before you wreck yourself, and letting them know what the consequences were if you didn't straighten up. And I still, I hate getting gruff, but sometimes you have to be stern, but you don't have to be mean. And when I told him, hey, this young lady has my phone number. If she calls me out of the class with your sisters and I have to come and address you and redirect you, you're going to get 10 spankings. You know what? He had an awesome day. So it did. It's in the nursery, but it's aftercare, so he only does the first half of the day, and the girls do all day. And that wasn't being mean. That's being loving, telling him what the expectations were and what the penalties were for not meeting the expectations. We get the same thing in the book we were given. You should know your expectations, whether in your household, in your employment, or in your spiritual life. And if you don't, you need to ask somebody, because they're pretty clear in most cases. The worst review I ever got in my life from upper management was, keep doing what you're doing fine. And you say, well, why is that the worst review? Because they didn't give me any higher expectations than what I was already meeting. You need to push yourself to exceed expectations. If you don't exceed, if you meet, or wherever you get to, at least you moved forward. But if they don't care enough about you to give you some stretch goals or some higher expectations, that's when you need to have a talk to them and say, hey, I appreciate that positive feedback, but it's not helping me to grow. The more I educate myself, the more I grow, the more valuable I am to my company. And I look at it like this. I need to earn my pay every day. I need to earn an increase if an increase is coming every day. I need to show my worth every day, continuously and consecutively. And if I don't, then I am failing my employer and I am failing myself. This is how I look at it. So I'm babbling too much, I know. It's Dave's morning thoughts. It's the things going on inside his head that I want to get out and share. Scary, isn't it? Oh, if you only knew. Oh, it's scary in there. There's a lot of things I don't let out for a reason. I'm working on it, though. And you should too. But y'all have an awesome, awesome Thursday. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Don't forget those that care about you and care about those that care about you.